multiculturalism dilutes everything. That's crazy. Okay, this is crazy. Welcome back, Henry Ford. Oh my Lord. Let's talk about the AFD. Do we have the, is it on here? It probably hasn't made its way to mainstream news yet. So the AFD, obviously German elections are coming up, right? German elections are coming up, and one of the parties that has gained a lot of motion, gained a lot of momentum in the past couple of years is the Alternative für Deutschland, AFD, which is the neo-Nazi party in Germany. Of course, you can't be openly a neo-Nazi in Germany. It is illegal. So therefore, they do a lot of like dog whistling. And sometimes, depending on the political circumstances, as conditions worsen, they've become more glaringly obvious about their neo-Nazi propaganda, as a matter of fact. Like, for example, they say, oh, these are not like deportations, is what the initial take was. Oh, these are not actually deportations. These are not deportations. Deportation sounds Nazi-like. Turns out they are deportations now. They openly are saying that they are deportations. They used to say it's remigration. But AFD recently had some mailer campaigns that they sent out in Germany, where they sent mailers to immigrant houses, like refugee houses, people that live in like refugee neighborhoods, plane tickets, fake plane tickets, back to their own home countries. So if you want to understand what's going on with the AFD, I think that's a pretty solid example. There's plenty of Holocaust denial, which is illegal, and Holocaust revisionism, which is also illegal in Germany, that they have engaged in. But Elon Musk, of course, is aligned with the AFD, a party that is so right-wing that even Le Pen's party, the Nationalist Party in France, has decided is a bridge too far, where they won't like align with them, the AFD. That's how right-wing and fascist the AFD is, that other right-wing fascist movements in Europe do not even want to fully align with them, openly align with them, because they think it's too politically problematic. Elon Musk, of course, has no such considerations. He does not care. He's open about it, because what are you going to do about it? He literally sig-heiled a couple days ago. So after doubling down and tripling down, and then also making jokes about sig-heiling, Elon Musk appeared at an AFD rally in Germany. Here's what he had to say.
Hello?
Can you hear me okay?
Yes, we can hear you.
Unfortunately, I can't. Germany is having a attack literally every few weeks, to be fair. Yeah. No, you're right, man. Totally. What is this argument? I just want to point something out here, just for people who don't understand. This argument right here, that, yeah, of course they're going to be like right-wing and racist and fascist and want to do mass deportations in a country like Germany that, you know, is in its not so distant past also had similar attitudes. You have to recognize that when you say, oh, of course, there's a reasonable reaction, you're basically the same as them, okay? You're basically the same as them, because the starting principle for your attitude comes from the reality that a group of individuals are monolithic. They're all the same, okay? It's like seeing one black person do a crime and make the assertion that all black people are criminals. It's no different than seeing one trans person do a crime and say, well, this is how trans people are. We have to deal with them, okay? Now, if you noticed, most people don't do that about white people, or even if they jokingly say all white people are a certain way, or even if they genuinely believe all white people are a certain way, there is no systemic form of harm conducted upon white people in a similar vein, or no one actually, like the general cultural attitude is not that like all white people are shooters, right? Even though the overwhelming majority of school shooters are white men, no one thinks all white men are shooters and that we must deal with them through the violent mechanisms of the state to stop school shootings, right? But for marginalized groups, we don't have that same opinion, right? And this marginalization can happen on the basis of race, on the basis of color, ethnicity, political ideology, but it certainly can also happen on the status of immigration, right? This is something that I always try to explain to this audience, that undocumented migrants are not responsible for a large share of the crimes. They actually are responsible for less crimes per capita than natural born U.S. citizens. But this does not mean that an undocumented migrant is incapable of doing a crime. But make no mistake, even though an undocumented migrant can do a crime, this doesn't mean that all undocumented migrants are doing crimes all the time. Okay? Understanding that is very important. Anyway, let's hear what... yeah, by the way, there are not terror attacks every few weeks in Germany, and that's so ridiculous to say.
I hear you very well. So hopefully... Wow. Hello, everyone. I hope you can hear me well. The audio I'm hearing from my side is I can't hear you. So hopefully this is coming through. You know, please confirm that you can hear me okay? Yes. I don't know, raise your hand or something. Okay, all good? Yes, okay, great. Well, first of all, I wanted to really say that I'm very excited for the AfD, and I think you are really the best hope for Germany. I think some things that something I think that is just very important is that people take pride in Germany and being German. This is very important. It's okay to be proud to be German. This is a very important principle, and it's okay. It's good to be proud of German culture, German values.
Damn, he's even doing the dog whistles, dude. It's very good to be part of the German culture and German values.
Not to lose that in some sort of multiculturalism that dilutes everything. You know, I think we want.
That's crazy. Okay, this is crazy, and it's also one of the only places where I can literally make this statement and have some of the people in that room be directly related to Hitler and his generals, okay? This is the one room, dude, on the planet. This and Argentina are the only two places where you can be like, this is sus. Your fascist movement is directly traced back to, by lineage, the former fascist movement, okay, that had to be stamped out. This is insane. Welcome back, Henry Ford. Oh, my Lord. It's actually okay to feel guilty for the sins of your parents' or grandparents' generation. The whole point is that the guilt is so that doing it again is stigmatized. Don't personally beat yourself up for something you didn't do, but don't wash it away either. Yeah. I think, like, don't feel guilty for the sins of your father while also engaging in the same acts or also gearing up to commit the sins of your father is a devastating thing to say. It is really damning. And it's and Hells Bolsonaro is correct. This will get less attention, but this is way less ambiguous than the salute, for the record. Telling an entire group of AfD neo-fascists in Germany, I think there's too much focus on past guilt in Germany, and we need to move beyond that. Children should not feel guilty for the sins of their parents, their great-grandparents even, is insane. Okay?
We want to have unique cultures in the world. We want to have people that have, we don't want everything to be the same everywhere, where it's just one big sort of soup. We want to have something where it's you go to different countries and you experience a different culture, and it is unique and special and good, and that the German government takes actions to protect its citizens and make sure that it seeks the health and well-being of the German people. The German people are sort of really an ancient nation, goes back thousands of years. I was even sort of read Julius Caesar's account of first encountering the German tribes in the Gaulic campaigns, and he was like, wow, very impressive. These are very, very powerful warriors. I think there's frankly too much of a focus on past guilt, and we need to move beyond that. Children should not be guilty of the sins of their parents, or even let alone their parents, their great grandparents, maybe even. And we should be optimistic and excited about a future for Germany. That's really my message: is be optimistic, excited, and preserve German culture and protect the German people. And and there's some other things that I think would be very helpful too, which is I think you want more self-determination for Germany and for the countries in Europe, and less from Brussels. That's my opinion. I think there's too much bureaucracy from Brussels.
Dude, there's nothing funnier than being a German guy and being anti-European Union. It's the funniest position. It's like being an American guy and being anti-NATO. Like being pro-American empire and then being anti-NATO is the funniest position you can have, because it's like, dude, that's your own weapon, you know? That's your thing. And it's the same principle. Like anti-European Union German politics blows my mind, because that's your thing. You are the EU. What are you talking about? Like, oh, it's less bureaucracy from Brussels. It's like, who do you think runs the bureaucracy in Brussels? That's you. You did it. That's your thing. Okay? It's you in France. I mean, but like, not really. It's just Germany. Without Germany, it's nothing.
Too much control from sort of global elite. And
like if you're a communist, okay, and you want to undermine like Western Empire or something, okay, I get why you would be like anti-NATO or anti-EU, right? If you're a socialist and anti-capitalist of sorts, like you recognize that the EU is a weapon for capitalism, right?
When I'm giving talks at these sort of global...
Also, it's so funny to say, oh, I hate the global elite. Dude, you're a South African American billionaire. You're a South African who lives in America now. You are the wealthiest billionaire on the planet. You are the global elite. Like, what are you talking about? You literally want to chip people. You want to put a chip in people's brains, and you are a defense contractor for the American state. What is going on here? What is happening here? This makes no sense. No self-awareness whatsoever from this guy, bro.
Government conferences. What I've said is there should be less global government. There should be more determination by individual countries. So I very much hope that the AfD does well, and that Alice Weidel does become chancellor. I think that would be very good for Germany. And I think it's very important. I hope that German people unite and strongly support AfD. Go!
Yeah, come on, sing Heil again, bro. Come on, do it. You're in the room to do it. Where you at? You're in the freaking room to do it, man. Come on, let's hear it. Let's hear you do it. Anyway,